Health and Human Services Chairman Tom Cole.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I was going to wait, but I know we have this debate regularly, and I think we all know one another's talking points pretty well by now. I do want to point out my friends on the other side continue to use apples and oranges comparisons. We haven't funded a third. A third was already funded. The bill we passed on the floor was the next third, and we have a commitment from Ms. Granger and myself to do the rest of the funding in fiscal 17 when the money will actually be spent. There's not a single thing that, quote, hasn't been done because of lack of money. As my good friend pointed out, things are already moving because they know the money is coming. Now, this idea that we're somehow diverting money from Ebola, really? I mean, the administration itself, in its budget, proposed $129 million out of that fund for a worthy cause, malaria suppression. But it tells you that that money was meant to be used over several years. It can be redeployed. It can also be replenished. We've learned a lot more. Ebola was a terrible thing, but it turned out not to be quite as bad because of quick action, quite frankly, as we expected it would be. And so we may well have overfunded. We may well have underfunded. We do not know. But there was more than enough money there to meet everything the administration wanted to do, with a commitment that the chairman made that we would replenish those funds and that we would move, which we have begun to do and which the Senate has done. So there will be a bill in relatively short order. It will be by nature bipartisan, and it will be funded. And if we find out we need more money next year, then I'm quite sure we will deploy more money next year. So I think the amendment, is honestly superfluous because I think these things are being done. So I would urge its rejection. Yield back my time.
The gentleman, before you yield.
Certainly.
Yield. Is the gentleman preparing the 017 bill as we speak?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we are. And as I've assured my friends before, particularly depending on what happens in your negotiation with the Senate, there will be hundreds of millions of dollars in that bill for Zika suppression. So we are building that into the base of the budget as we speak. The real difference here is we're paying for it. Our friends don't want to do that. This would count against our limit. I understand that. But it's not that things aren't being done and laid out on Zika. They are.
You heard it from here.